Zip up your favourite tracksuit. We are back. Welcome back. We are into our 4th season of becoming the GOAT. If you're new around here, this is a series where Stanley Petrov is on his journey to become the greatest of all time. Yes, he's becoming the best manager there ever was. Last season with Braga, we finished 2nd in the league. We lost in the cup final and we lost to Madrid in the Europa League final. This year is going to be different though. We're going to win the title this year and we've got Champions League football. If you are new around here and you want to see more, subscribe. It's time for some transfers though. I don't think the team needs that much improvement. We've got a pretty solid squad, but what I have done, I've got Carlo Ancelotti in the office because we're signing Andre Gomez from Everton. And the other players will be signing 2 centre-backs for the spare team. Otamendi and Matteo, they just weren't getting it done. So I brought in Anton and Marcelo. And you might be thinking, what is up with Stanley's hair? Mate, he's just not had time to get a trim. Last season finished, he went all the way to Europa League final. And as soon as he finished that, he was on a plane to the World Cup. So his Barnett's a bit of a mess. Leave him alone, lads. Leave him alone. I also have some bad news. Barcelona have came in for Bruno Viana, 50 million. He said, boss, it's Barca, I've got to go. So we have lost Bruno Viana. But it's not all bad news. Our replacement is Sononokyu. That will be our new main man at centre-back. Right, so how this is going to work. First half of the season is going to be strictly highlights, just the goals. Then, after that, the bigger games, it will be extended highlights, and some of the smaller games will be the goals and some big chances. I think we've got a good enough squad this season. I think we should be winning the league and we should be winning the cup. We should be getting a domestic double. Then Champions League. We've got through the qualifying rounds of the Champions League. Personally, I think we can go on a cup run. I think we can go far in the Champions League. We've got the team to do it, so why not? We started off the season quite well. We got a 3-0 win. Dennis got a hat-trick. Beautiful way to start the season. Goals were a bit scrappy, but what can you do? Then, in the Champions League, we had our opening game, our first real game in the Champions League. We were up against Fenerbahce, pretty much dominated the game, got 2 goals. They got 1 back late on, but we did win that one 2-1. And the hardest team in our group was Manchester City. We did manage to find a goal in the 60th minute. I'm going to be honest, they were all over us. Then Phil Foden makes it level for that game to finish 1-1. Then we started our group game off very well. If we win this game against Dynamo, we are through to the round of 16 and the boys opening the scoring early on. Then late on, we do get a second. Then the 90 odd minute or something, they pinch another one from us. But who cares? We're through to the round of 16 in the Champions League. In the league, Dennis was continuing his hot run of form. Gets a cheeky little chip goal here for a game that finishes 1-0. Honestly, beginning of this season, he was our star player. He does get injured though, and after that, not quite the same. And Rivieros, he's gone. He's off to PSG, so we're putting faith in the youth with Reece. Then Triaco. City have paid his release clause of 111.6 million before we sign his replacement though. We've got a game to play up against Benfica. They do go ahead in the first half in this one. Gonna be honest, they were all over us. We didn't deserve anything from this game. But then Gomez pops up with a beautiful goal from outside the box. This one finished 1-1. Absolute vital for this season, mate. We're looking to win the league. We cannot be dropping points at any point, especially not at home. It does mean halfway through the season, we are undefeated. We've only dropped points in 2 games and we've only conceded 3 goals. Benfica are also unbeaten, so the pressure is still on. But if I'm honest, at this point in the season, I was very confident that we were going to win the league. I also reinvested that money that we got from Triaco. I brought in Sarr on the right mid and then Bamba on the left side. It is Derby Day. These are the games we live for, boys. These are the games we live for. And the team at the moment, they're in fine form. We are running away with it. And Bamba gets a goal on his debut. We were feeling confident. Then Pepe gets one back. Nothing to worry about though, lads. This type of thing happens. Then Dennis skies it over the top. And after that, it was all downhill. We go on to lose this game 4-1. Quite frankly, it was embarrassing. 94th minute. The game should have ended. We give a penalty away. Dreadful from the lads. Dreadful. on to the next one. We've made it, lads. We've made it. The round of 16 Champions League, mate. We're up there with the big teams now. Can we be the dark horse of this competition and go under a run? For that, though, we've got to get through Liverpool. Dennis, very early on, has a very good chance. Heavy touch, though, completely ruins that. And then Firmino, couple of step overs, mugs us off, gets into the box, gets his shot off. He's licking Pate. Then Salah on the rebound. Lucky for us, Max is on the case, but then nobody is there for Mane's shot, and they go 1-0 up. Going to be honest, at points in this game they were all over us, but then 20 minutes in, Dennis counter-attack from the corner, takes the ball from the halfway line all the way to their box and still doesn't manage to slot it away, just sends it wide. Oh my, Stanley's fuming, mate. Stanley is fuming. Then second half here, Max sloppy gives the ball away. Lucky for us, Van Housen is on the case on the line. Then we clear it, beautiful. Then late on, it looks like we're about to pinch it, mate. Galeno is through, he's shooting into the box, and then Trent with a beautiful slide tackle. Need to recapture that form we had at the beginning of the season. We had an away trip to Porto. And after the performance against Liverpool, I said to the lads, there was a lot of positives in that. Let's take that forward. And apparently they just didn't listen. We go 1-0 behind against Porto. This was a game where it could have been one of them games where it's 4-4. But, my, we just were not in form. They go 2-0 ahead first half. Going to be honest, they were all over us second half, though. We were really trying to make a challenge, mate. We were going all out. I'm telling you, the amount of chances we had. Some great goalkeeping on both sides, and some poor finishing from us just meant today was not our day. Some have said this next game is our best performance of the season. We're away at Anfield. This is no easy place to win at all. But Atletico Madrid have recently done it. They had the goal advantage, though. We do not. But I have confidence in the lads, mate. We built a great team here at Braga. And with Stanley's final season, he is wanting to go out in glory, mate. He wants to win it all. Let's get this one underway. We pinch it off from early on. We were applying a lot of pressure to the lads, and Sarr sends it into Dennis. Chips the keeper, not quite. Alisson saves. Alisson, mate, I'm going to be honest, he had an absolute great game. And then this is a beautiful ball into Salah. Luckily, Max is on the case, mate. Then we're still in the first half here. Sarr coming down the wing, gets past his man into the box. Dennis, can he get round? Gets his shot off. Keeper saves. Mate, he had a phenomenal game. We even nearly got our first free kick of FIFA 20. I don't know what it is with this FIFA. We just can't seem to convert the free kicks. Nearly perfect placement here. Probably needed a bit more power on it, though. Then we're still in the first half here. Fernandez has a shot. Keeper saves. Try to get it up on the follow-up. Not quite. Stanley's trying to spur the boys on, mate. He's trying to spur the boys on. He can feel it. Then they had a corner here. We get him on the counter-attack. We send Dennis through. Gets the burners on. Absolutely driving into the box. Gives Alisson the eyes, goes to slot it away, hits it straight at him, though it's poor. Then it's into Sarr, and just like that, we are 1-0 up at Anfield, 1-1 in aggregate, and the lads are feeling it, mate. We all know what is coming. It is the Champions League, mate. It's the beauty of the Champions League. Sarr, he knows all about scoring against Liverpool. He knows all about it, mate. He absolutely loves it. But then, literally their next attack, it was so undeserved. Bobby Firmino, mate, it is 2-1 in aggregate, 2-1 to Liverpool. We still had a chance though, lads. We score the next goal and we go through on away goals. And here, Dennis putting in all the hard work, pinches it off him, sends it into Sarr. Can he get his second goal? No, he cannot. Alisson saves. And Stanley knows, mate, with not much time left. But Liverpool punish us. Failed clearance, we hit it straight to him, and there it is. Pjanic gets their second. It's 3-1 in aggregate, and we are out of the Champions League. So we're out of the Champions League. It happens. It was our first time in it. Did we really expect to go on and win it? Maybe a little bit, you know. Stanley's a dreamer, what can he say? He has built an absolute phenomenal squad, but we still had a league title we could win, and our form has been very, very poor. So it's time to turn that around. First game, mate, we had so many chances. We do end up winning it 1-0 though, with a very late goal. And a game that's turned into a bit of a rivalry after we played them in the cup final and beat them. We're up against Tondela. Don't think that's how you say it. I honestly can't remember names, mate. It's just not me strong suit. What can I say? This game though, 22 minutes in, they're down to 10 men. We're 2-0 up. We should really be running away with it, lads. We should be running away with it. Not quite. Comfortable win in the end, but we really should have had more. Finished 3-0 on the day. That does mean with 3 games to go in the league, we're top by 1 point. In these final games, the next one's Benfica, the final game is Sporting, so it's not an easy way to finish the season, but I've got confidence in the lads. I've seen Benfica's final games. It's pretty much winner takes all in this. It is pretty much winner takes all. We are top, they are second. We have been in not quite as good form. The beginning of the season we were in absolute phenomenal form. Both teams managed to go unbeaten for the whole of the first half of the season, and Dennis opens the scoring very early on in this. Could we continue that hot run of form we had at the beginning of the season? The answer is no. Look at this, mate, Mendy. What are you doing? How is he getting that header in? Then Gedson Fernandes absolutely mugs us off, lays it off, and suddenly we're 2-1 behind. And the chances we had in this game were just dreadful, mate. We just could not get it done. Dennis here absolutely sends it over the top. It is heartbreak. It is absolute heartbreak. The league is not ours. And this is also Max's final game. He would then get injured in training for 8 weeks. It is absolutely peak. It's not been our season, has it, Stanley? We've just fell at the finish line. I did play the final game against Sporting. I'd like to say we finished strong, but we lost 2-0. Yeah, we still do have one last chance to go out with a bang in the League Cup. Can we get that done? It's not quite the trophy we wanted, but it's still a trophy. Let's get that game underway. Stanley's last outing with the boys. He's not got his main man in net, and it is clear to see. Can't really blame the keeper for that, to be fair. Sarnok, you should have been dealing with that much better, but I can blame the keeper for this one. Just passes it straight to them. And the first half, we're 2-0 down. It's not looking good. It's honestly looking like this season is going to be an absolute car crash. Pavon here does all the hard work getting into the box, lays it off for him, and that is the worst shot of the season, mate. Dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Sarri doing all the hard work again, hits it straight at the keeper though. It's like the lads didn't bring the shooting boots, but with 10 minutes to go, mate, who else other than Dennis is popping up with an absolute phenomenal goal? Even wins us a penalty. Porto go down to 10 men, absolutely handed us a lifeline, which Pavon would convert. Bit of a dead penalty, but it does mean we can take this game to extra time. Another lad from the youth academy, Moreles, nearly scores, make great save from the keeper, but there's only ever going to be one man that is getting Stanley his final trophy with the club, and that is the main man, Dennis. It's a beautiful finish from him, and we do win this game in extra time, 3-2. Absolute phenomenal comeback from the lads. Let's lift that trophy. Look what it means to him, mate. Look what it means to these lads after the disappointment of losing out on the title. They've still won a cup. Rueg, mate, why are you captain? What is going on with that? But Stanley, he's won silverware in his final season with Braga. Overall, it's technically been a failure. We've not won a Europa League, we've not won a Champions League, and we haven't won the league. But we're off to a new club, and you better get practicing your German, because we are off to Germany. I will see you soon for Season 5 of Becoming the GOAT.